The visionary leaders I meet have the most incredible ideas. But we all know what separates one incredible idea from the next is the ability to make it happen. In other words, in order to make it all work, business owners need to ensure that their teams are held accountable for their actions. Because without this crucial step, your business goals, your broader vision, it's going to be impossible to reach. So while business owners should definitely invest the time and the resources into developing all sorts of skills of their teams, they cannot forget that final piece of the puzzle. And that's holding these same individuals accountable because that's so important. It may not be the most glamorous task in business management, let's be honest, but accountability is the key to success. So let's use this time together to talk about how to bring that missing puzzle piece into your business by bringing in your company's first integrator. My name is Chris Beer, the Wizard of Ops, and I serve as a fractional integrator for businesses running on the Entrepreneur Operating System, or EOS. In my role as an integrator for growing companies, I have spoken with many visionaries who are currently sitting in two seats. So they're serving both as the visionary and as the integrator of the company. Well, what's wrong with this picture? Honestly, there can be a lot of limitations that happen when the visionary is sitting in both of these important seats. And I know, as a visionary, you may be tempted to fill that integrator seat yourself. Or perhaps you have an assistant that you've plugged into the role. Someone that you found that yourself asking your right-hand man or your right-hand woman if they can start facilitating level 10s instead of bringing in your dedicated integrator. While this could, of course, save on budget costs up front, failing to hire an experienced candidate for the role can keep your business from realizing its full potential with EOS, which will end up squandering your investment of time and resources. Whenever I meet with a visionary who's sitting in two seats, that is serving both as the visionary and the integrator of the company, I'm not shy about bluntly asking, what's really the issue here? And don't get me wrong, I'm asking this without judgment. My goal is to provide a different perspective to the visionary, who, quite frankly, is probably pretty used to operating as a company of one, right? So when I'm asking, what are you trying to get away with by doing this? I'm trying to understand, is it a control issue? Is it a lack of funds? Is it fear? What's going on? Is it something else? And if you're happy where you are sitting in visionary integrator seat, well, that's all fine and good. But have you ever thought about what could go wrong when you don't RPRS the integrator seat, when you don't have the right person in the right seat? From experience, I've found that visionaries who also sit in the integrator seat are going to hang on to the vine longer. Not relinquish control, which is going to stunt your business's growth. So in short, you're not going to reap the full benefits of EOS. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to leave the system. And if any of this has convinced you to bring in an outside integrator, which would allow you, the visionary, to sit in just that visionary seat, you may be wondering, great, well, if I do that, how can I do it in a way that brings immediate impact with it in terms of my team's accountability? And to that, my best advice is to make sure that you get buy-in from your team. You want your integrator working with your team, and you want your team working with them. Put another way, you're bringing on a new hire, and a successful path requires collaboration not only between the integrator and the visionary, but between the integrator and the other members of your team. Make sure that all of the stakeholders understand what they need to do in order to ensure the success of a true integrator in your organization. And if you're in that spot of getting ready to hire an integrator, but you're not sure if it's time to make that commitment, I'm happy to share with you from experience what can happen when you bring in someone who gets it, who wants it, and who has the capacity to serve as an integrator, bringing your vision to life. And I'm also happy to point you in the direction of a few high-quality search firms below. Just holler and I'm happy to help. Speaking of help, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. As the Wizard of Ops, I'm really passionate about professional developments of entrepreneurs just like you, and I look forward to serving as a resource for you and your teams.